So after the UST TERRA crash, regulators are certainly paying attention to stablecoins. In fact, in my opinion, they've been paying attention to stablecoins for quite some time. Remember when Facebook actually tried to produce their own stablecoin? We're going to jump into that in this video, talk a little bit about why stablecoins are such a threat to governments and what this fallout from UST means for the future of stablecoins, the future of regulation of stablecoins as we go on and proceed in the crypto industry. A lot of things are changing. A lot of things will change from now until 5 years from now. But this moment in time will be remembered. The collapse of UST will have a huge impact on where stablecoins go from here. So with that being said, before we jump in, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe. I'll be right back. We're going to jump into an article, very interesting, and break it all down with you in just a minute. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, and let's jump in here to this article. Here we go, and let me share this with you. I thought I had it queued up, but I didn't. There we go. Regulators are now paying attention to UST. There's no question about it. So I want to start right here. Regulators and lawmakers are certainly looking at the collapse of UST as a question of whether esoteric products such as algorithmic stablecoins are safe for crypto investors. Now, algorithmic stablecoins are very different than other stablecoins that are actually backed by reserve. So the introduction of the Libra stablecoin, we're going to talk about this. This is a moment in time, going back in history a little bit, was actually established back in 2019. It actually never came to the market, but in June 2019, social media giant Facebook unveiled its long-awaited cryptocurrency project, Libra. Regulators pushed back on Libra heavily, and they were strongly against the project, and it never actually got off the ground. Now, algorithmic stablecoins are a little bit different than asset-backed stablecoins. But going back to Libra, even though the project never launched, the regulatory impact was massive. Regulators worldwide suddenly saw stablecoins as a huge issue that they needed to pay attention to. The collapse of UST is an algorithmic stablecoin, and it's similar to what the Libra moment in time did for regulators. They're all of a sudden paying close attention to algorithmic stablecoins generally, and UST and Luna in particular, given the fallout. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen even brought up TERRA independently twice last week. She had this to say: it depends on the backing of the stablecoin. TERRA is algorithmic and doesn't really have a backing as such. And we saw you can get over collateralized really quickly, and a collapse like this is certainly possible. Now, did Quan have something to do with it? Who's behind it? Those questions, while they're interesting, I don't think we'll ever have the answer to. And we'll continue to dive into those sort of things. But really, we want to zoom out here and see 5 years from now, what are we going to take from this moment in time? And how are we going to change cryptocurrency for the better? What can regulators do on some type of scale to ensure that this doesn't happen again in the future? Now, stablecoins are something that all the regulators are looking at. This is coming from the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Director, Rohit Chopra. He told Bloomberg this: stablecoins are something that all the regulators are looking at, and they have been. Most stablecoin use right now is really for speculative trading in and out of cryptocurrencies, which is true. Many are wondering if it's one day going to be used for consumer payments, but many think it's not ready just yet. And of course, looking at what happened with UST, that would be an accurate statement. Everyone seems to agree that algorithmic stablecoins are their own thing. They are separate, distinct from reserved-backed stablecoins. Fewer individuals seem to have opinions on how that translates into clear regulation or guardrails, however. So the real big question is, what's the difference between asset-backed stablecoins and algorithmic stablecoins? Will one be here for the long term? Will algorithmic stablecoins only be a flash in the pan? We will see, because here in the United States, regulators are already talking about cryptocurrency. They're already pushing the ball forward in order to find some type of solution or better regulation for cryptocurrency. Many people push back on the entire idea of regulation. I firmly believe that some regulation is good, except I don't want to see a lot of regulation because by nature, we're in crypto because it's decentralized and we have taken the power back as the people rather than having this top-down approach that we're all used to in the traditional financial system. So let me know your thoughts about all this down below. Really want to get your ideas. And thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, give back to the channel by smashing that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.